Malaysia is a multicultural country with diverse ethnic groups, including Malay, Chinese, Indian, and indigenous community. This diversity shapes how Malaysian people communicate and interact with each other in their daily life. However, misunderstanding and a lack of awareness about cultural and religious differences somehow can lead to miscommunication, awkward situation, and social exclusion. In our video titled Cultural Differences and Social Exclusion in Workplace, we would like to focus on real-life scenario at UMAIR in Galang Patah, Johor. Before we go deeper in it, it is important for us to understand two key terms, which is race and ethnicity. According to Bip Bip and Ivy, they mentioned that race historically relied on genetic and biological factors such as skin color, body type, and hair characteristic. Meanwhile, for ethnicity, Chance mentioned that it refers to the group of individuals who share the same heritage and ancestry that passing down through the generation. In this real-life scenario where the employees come from different cultural and religious backgrounds, they work at the same workplace together. Because of this, misunderstanding always happen due to their background differences. Some employees feel excluded during the lunch gathering and team activities when their colleagues do not consider their religious and cultural needs. This situation can affect their mental well-being, job satisfaction, and teamwork.
According to Samovar 2017, stereotyping is a way our mind tries to simplify and organize our experience with different groups of people. It helps us organize our perceptions by putting people into groups based on our knowledge, belief, and expectations about them. There are two forms of stereotype, which is the positive stereotype and negative stereotype. Let me give you an example. The first positive stereotype is when we're generalizing that all Asian is hardworking and good in education. And the negative stereotype is when we're generalizing that all ghost dresser is problematic. In the case study that conducted at workplace in Johor, stereotyping can clearly observed among employees. The study shows that some employees were judged based on assumptions rather than actual understanding. For example, acquired employees were perceived as arrogant, and certain cultural and religious practices were misunderstood by others. This indicates that employees form perceptions based on stereotyping rather than communicating and understand each other properly.
This situation is supported by the article from the Independent Singapore. In this case, a Malay employee was repeatedly excluded from lunch by her colleagues. Her colleagues assumed that she didn't want to eat their food due to her cultural and religious background. Due to their assumption, they chose not to invite her. This clearly demonstrated negative stereotyping where people rely on assumption instead of communication. For example, they believe she cannot eat this food, so we don't invite her. As a result, this led to social exclusion and weakened workplace relationships. From both the case study and supporting evidence, it is clear that stereotyping can lead to misunderstanding, communication barriers, and social exclusion. Therefore, stereotyping is one of the major issues in intercultural communication as it replaces communication with assumptions.
Discrimination is an unfair or inappropriate treatment for people based on their group identity, such as race, gender, religion, or ethnicity. It occurs when people are treated less favorably for a reason that has nothing to do with their actual abilities or merits. This can happen directly with a specific rule that targets a certain group, or indirectly with a policy that unintentionally disadvantages certain group more than others. One of the hot topics of discrimination in Malaysia is racial discrimination in the workplace. Racial discrimination remains a sensitive issue in Malaysia's multi-ethnic society, particularly in employment.
According to the Architects of Diversity, or known as AOD, Indian respondents received the most discrimination during hunting a job by 51%, the highest among all of the ethnic groups in Malaysia. According to the another study case, discrimination of high degrees, races, and hiring graduates in Malaysia found that clear bias in hiring university graduates. Using over 300 mocks application with identical qualification across Malay, Chinese, and Indians name, researchers found that Chinese received the most interview call, followed by Malays, then Indians. Findings point to the systematic and implicit racial bias in recruitment likely influenced by entrenched societal stereotypes.
In conclusion, cultural differences are an important part of communication, especially in multicultural countries like Malaysia. The case study and article shows that these issues still happen in real life, such as excluding colleagues in social activities or showing bias in hiring. This proves that the lack of awareness and poor communication can affect relationships and opportunities. This situation is relatable in daily life because people often make assumptions based on their religion, race, and behavior without proper understanding. This action, even if unintentional, can make others feel uncomfortable and excluded. Therefore, effective communication, open-mindedness, and respect for cultural differences are very important.